Did you know that if you actually calculate your software subscriptions right now, you are probably bleeding over $1,000 a year just to use your own computer? 20 bucks a month to Microsoft, 60 to Adobe, 15 for a screen recorder, another 10 for a PDF editor you use twice a year. It is death by 1,000 cuts. And the craziest part? Once you stop paying, you lose access to your own files. As a founder and creator, keeping your operational costs lean isn't just about saving money. It is about survival. Half the internet is running on forgotten free trials and software you can't even remember putting your credit card in for. But here's the secret. The SaaS industry doesn't want you to know. Almost every expensive subscription-heavy software you pay for has a completely free, open source, or local alternative that does the exact same thing. No ads, no paywalls, and no random pop-ups begging you to upgrade. Today, we are breaking down 10 absolute heavy-hitter apps you actually need on your computer. OBS Studio, DaVinci Resolve, Blender, VLC Media Player, 7-Zip, LibreOffice, Joplin, Bitwarden, RevPDF, and TaxtHacker. These are the tools that will replace thousands of dollars in subscriptions this year alone. Free apps you actually need, Episode 1. Let's get into it. OBS Studio. If you want to record your screen, stream, or make a video presentation, the industry usually pushes you toward paid tools. You have Camtasia, which costs around $300 up front. You have XSplit Premium, which is about $60 a year. Or you have apps like Loom that charge you $120 a year just to record quick videos for your team. OBS Studio replaces all of them for exactly $0. Originally built for Twitch streamers, OBS has quietly become the most powerful video capture tool on the planet. It works on a scene-based system. Instead of just hitting record on your whole monitor, you build scenes. You can layer your 4K webcam over a specific browser window, add your company logo in the corner, and pipe in your professional mic audio. Here is the power user tip for founders. You don't just have to use OBS to record videos. It has a feature called Virtual Camera. You can take that highly produced, layered scene you just built, hit Start Virtual Camera, and select OBS as your webcam in Zoom, Google Meet, or Teams. Suddenly, your investor pitches or team stand-ups look like a professional live broadcast while everyone else is using a grainy laptop webcam. You can switch scenes with hotkeys to show a slide deck, then switch back to your face instantly. It completely eliminates the need for expensive webinar software. DaVinci Resolve. Video editing. For the last decade, editing a video meant paying the Adobe tax. Premiere Pro will run you about $250 a year. If you want the whole Creative Cloud, you're looking at over $600 a year. Your other option is Apple's Final Cut Pro, which is $300 and completely locks you into buying Macs forever. Enter DaVinci Resolve. Made by Blackmagic Design, this is not a watered-down, free-for-casuals app. This is the exact same software Hollywood uses to edit and color-grade movies like John Wick, Dune, and Deadpool. And they give away 95% of the features completely free. Resolve is actually 4 massive apps jammed into one. You get the edit page, which functions just like Premiere. You get Fairlight, which is a pro-level audio mixer to make your voiceovers sound like a radio broadcast. You get Fusion for After Effects style motion graphics. And you get their legendary color page. Here is why it's better than the paid stuff. Resolve uses node-based editing for color and effects instead of layers. Instead of stacking 10 different effects on top of a video clip and hoping it doesn't break, you wire effects together in a visual flowchart. It makes fixing mistakes incredibly easy. For a founder making YouTube videos, product demos, or ad creatives, Resolve has a feature called Auto Sync Audio that perfectly matches your external mic audio to your camera video in one click. No more manually lining up audio waveforms. You just saved $600 a year and upgraded your workflow. Blender. Let's talk about 3D. Maybe you're building a sleek landing page and need those modern floating 3D glass icons. Or maybe you're designing a physical product and need a clean render. The industry standard for this is software like Cinema 4D, which will cost you around $700 a year. Or Autodesk Maya, which demands a brutal $1,800 a year. Blender replaces them all for exactly $0. Blender is a massive, open-source 3D creation pipeline. And just like Resolve, this isn't amateur software. Studios use it to make actual Netflix movies. You can do modeling, texturing, fluid simulations, and lighting all in one place. But here's the real unlock for founders and marketers. You do not need to be a 3D artist to get value out of Blender. There's a massive ecosystem of free, pre-made Blender templates on sites like Gumroad and Blender Market. You can download a template for an iPhone 15, drop in a screenshot of your own app, hit the render button, and output a photorealistic 4K marketing video of your product spinning in mid-air with studio lighting. Doing that with a traditional 3D agency would cost you thousands. Blender lets you mock up world-class product visuals entirely in-house. VLC Media Player. Okay, this one sounds simple, but it solves a daily headache. Eventually, someone is going to send you a video file that Windows or Mac simply refuses to open. Windows Media Player will ask you to buy a $1 codec pack. Apple's QuickTime will just stare at you blankly and say, "Format not supported." You need VLC. Look for the app with the orange traffic cone icon. VLC is an open source tank. It doesn't care what the file is. MKV, FLAC, weird raw camera formats. It plays literally everything natively. But it's not just a player. It's more than that. You can use it to compress massive 4K video files down to Slack-friendly sizes without buying a $50 video converter. But here is the craziest hidden feature almost nobody knows about. VLC is basically a free cable box. If you go to the Media tab and click Open Network Stream, you can paste in a free IPTV M3U playlist link, which you can easily find openly hosted on GitHub. Hit play and VLC will instantly load thousands of live TV channels from all over the world. News, sports, movies, broadcasted straight to your desktop. You can completely bypass paying a crazy monthly cable bill or subscribing to 5 different live TV services just by using a free open-source media player. 7-Zip. Speaking of massive files, let's talk about file compression. For the last 20 years, everyone has been using WinRAR. And we all know the joke. WinRAR gives you a 40-day free trial and then bugs you to pay $30 for a license every single time you open it for the rest of your life. Stop clicking. Remind me later. And just install 7-Zip. 7-Zip is the actual gold standard for file extraction. It is entirely free, open source, and has absolutely zero ads or pop-ups. It opens standard zip files, rares, tars, ISO disk images, and its own proprietary 7Z format. Here is the power user trick for this one. 7-Zip's compression algorithm is actually significantly stronger than standard Windows zip folders. If you are archiving old client projects, massive raw design files, or database backups to throw into cold storage on Amazon S3, zip them using the 7Z format. You can compress gigabytes of data down to a fraction of the size, saving you money on cloud storage costs. Plus, 7-Zip has built-in AES 256 encryption. If you need to send sensitive financial docs or private keys to a co-founder, you can pack them into a 7Z file, slap a password on it, and email it securely, knowing it is completely locked down. LibreOffice. Let's talk about documents and spreadsheets. Microsoft Office is essentially a mandatory tax on using a computer at this point. You pay $100 a year just for the privilege of typing words into a Word document or making a basic financial model in Excel. And if you stop paying, you get locked out of editing your own files. LibreOffice is the ultimate offline, open-source alternative to the entire Microsoft suite. You get Writer for documents, Calci for spreadsheets, and Impress for presentations. It opens standard docx and XLSX files natively, saves them flawlessly, and works completely offline. But here is the founder power play. LibreOffice respects your privacy. It does not require an account. It does not sync your data to a cloud without your permission, and it does not harvest telemetry data to sell to advertisers. You can even download the portable version of LibreOffice and put it on a secure USB flash drive. That means you can walk up to any computer in the world, plug in the drive, and run your entire Office suite securely without leaving a single trace of your sensitive business documents on that local machine. Joplin. Everyone loves modern note-taking apps like Evernote or Notion until they realize their entire brain is locked on someone else's server. Evernote now costs around $130 a year, and Notion can easily run you $120 a year if you want the plus features. The problem is, if their servers go down, or if they decide to lock your account, you lose your notes. Joplin fixes that. It is a highly capable open-source note-taking app that actually respects your data ownership. You write in plain text markdown, you can organize with nested notebooks and tags, and you can embed images and files. The massive power user feature here is called Bring Your Own Cloud. Joplin does not force you to use their servers. You can set it to automatically sync your notes using your own personal Dropbox, OneDrive, or a self-hosted Nextcloud server. It also features end-to-end encryption out of the box. So even if you are syncing your business ideas and passwords over a public Dropbox account, the files are completely scrambled. Nobody, not even the cloud provider, can read your notes. You get the convenience of cloud syncing with the security of a local hard drive. Bitwarden. After all the massive data breaches with companies like LastPass, trusting a closed-source corporation with your literal digital life is a massive risk. Plus, tools like 1Password charge you around $40 to $60 a year just to remember your passwords. Bitwarden is heavily audited, open source, and totally free for all the core features you actually need. It syncs across your iPhone, Android, browser, and desktop seamlessly. It autofills your passwords, generates highly secure strings, and keeps everything locked down in an encrypted vault. Here is the absolute best feature for founders and freelancers: Bitwarden Send. Eventually, you are going to need to share a server password, an API key, or a secure document with a contractor or a client. Instead of sending a password over Slack or email where it sits in plain text forever, you use Bitwarden Send. You paste the password into Bitwarden, and it generates a secure, encrypted link. You can set that link to automatically self-destruct after 24 hours, or after it has been viewed exactly one time. You send them the link, they get the password, and then it vanishes forever. RevPDF. Trying to edit a simple PDF usually puts you in a terrible position. Your options are to pay $240 a year for Adobe Acrobat Pro, or use one of those sketchy, free PDF editor websites. Do not ever upload your business contracts, tax documents, or NDAs to a random free website. They are almost certainly scraping your data to train AI models or selling your information. RevPDF is a native, completely offline PDF editor. It is built using Flutter and C++, which means it is incredibly fast and only takes up about 30 megabytes of space on your drive. For a founder dealing with paperwork, this is exactly what you need. You can edit text directly inside a PDF, black out sensitive financial information securely, fill out forms, and merge multiple pages together. All of this processing happens locally on your own CPU. No account creation, no cloud upload processing, and zero subscription fees. It is an absolute necessity for dealing with legal documents safely. TaxtHacker. All right, last one. As an indie developer or founder, doing bookkeeping and taxes is a nightmare. Usually, you end up paying $350 a year for QuickBooks. Or you pay an accountant hundreds of dollars an hour just to categorize your software subscriptions and server costs. TaxtHacker is a self-hosted AI accounting app built specifically to automate this. Instead of manual data entry, you just drop a massive folder of PDF receipts and invoices into the app. Here is where it gets crazy. TaxtHacker uses local AI models like Allama to read those receipts. It extracts the merchant name, the date, the total amount, and automatically categorizes the tax expense. Because it uses local AI, your financial data never leaves your computer. You aren't uploading your business expenses to OpenAI or a random cloud server. You can even write custom prompts to tell the AI exactly how to handle specific recurring expenses. It completely automates your monthly bookkeeping for free, keeping your data entirely private. All right, that is 10 massive free apps that just saved you a few $1,000s a year and upgraded your entire digital workflow. All the links are down below in the description. In the next episode, we will dive into the best free creator and AI tools you can run locally. Comment down below which one of these apps you are installing first. Hit the subscribe button if you got value out of this, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.